rolling green hills, snow-capped mountain peaks, and an endless blue lake, Armenia is situated at a cultural, historical, and religious intersection, and is located at the crossroads between Europe and Asia. It takes less than 3 hours to get to Armenia from the UAE. Fly Dubai has 3 weekly flights to Yerevan for as little as $300. Most nationalities get the visa on arrival in Yerevan. An e-visa can be issued online in less than 48 hours for only $10. So my friend Artem is going to take us to these hot springs that he knows. So now we're outside of the city, so we're going to go chill in some hot springs. Armenia is as old as time itself. It is the only country remaining from a 3,000-year-old map of Anatolia. It became the world's first Christian country more than 1,700 years ago. So right now we're at the Cascade. This is one of Yerevan's biggest monuments. It leads all the way up to the Soviet Square, which was built for the 50th anniversary of Soviet Armenia. It's a very hot day outside. I'm really happy that they have escalators because I definitely don't want to walk up the few thousand sets of stairs. It's a really hot day in Yerevan, but Allison found a way to cool herself off. Do you feel cool?
Yeah, feels really nice.
One thing that I really like about Yerevan is all the green spaces in the city. It's lovely. Even in the downtown core area, there's a lot of beautiful parks where one can rest. This particular park has a very nice lake. You can rent little paddle boats and paddle around the lake. It's really beautiful. That's the Armenian Genocide Memorial. The Opera House. There it is, Yerevan. And in the distance in the background, you could see Mount Ararat. It's a little cloudy, it's hard to make out. Yerevan is the capital and largest city in Armenia and one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities. The outdoor cafe culture in Yerevan is very alive. It is said that Yerevan in the summer feels like a city that's on permanent vacation. And that's completely true. Look at this little thing. This is Meshtuts Avenue. It's one of the busiest, most commercial streets here in Yerevan. And Meshtuts is actually the inventor of the Armenian language. So if you take a closer look at the Armenian alphabet, it's one of a kind. Some people say it looks like spaghetti. Everywhere you go in the city, there's a beautiful park with a beautiful statue. It's very refreshing. So right now we're just at the Opera House. This sits at the corner of Tamanyan and Meshtuts. This is one of the pivotal points in the city. It's quite busy here. There's a lot of outdoor cafes, a lot of clubs, a lot of bars, and a lot of the young people come to hang out here. As you can see, there's some people breakdancing, some kids are skateboarding. Pretty decent area. So when in Yerevan and you want to eat on the cheap, you'll get a lot of these kinds of places. They sell a lot of baked stuff, so you get baked croissants and some other baked goods with hot dogs. But the best part is they have shawarma. Born in the Middle East, exported to the rest of the world, shawarma's taken over as far as good, cheap street food. And mine is coming up soon. Armenian shawarma. It's really good. Merci. Beautiful Mount Ararat behind us. It's shy today, it's hiding behind the clouds. Right behind me is Khorviapur. This is one of the most important monastery complexes in all of Armenia. It's directly tied to the adoption of Christianity as a state religion in Armenia. And Armenia is the first country in the world to actually adopt Christianity as a state religion back in 301. And right behind it, you could see the biblical Mount Ararat. This mountain is very important for Armenians, although today it lies within the Turkish territory, 40 kilometers outside of the Armenian border.
Little bird,
help my wish to come true. Woo! Okay, that's it.
So I've just made it to the Novorank monastery. A lot of the monasteries here in Armenia are perched up in the mountains for a reason. There's a lot of theories to why that is. The first theory being Armenia having been a pagan country with pagan temples perched up high in the mountains to be closer to the gods. And this could explain why monasteries were built up in the mountains. Also, because of its geographical location, Armenia was very vulnerable to attacks from its neighbors. So this way, hiding the monasteries and putting them up high will protect it from invaders. So we're in Arni right now, small little village. This is famous for wine. We're gonna go in and taste some wine. Everyone, cheers! To Armenia! We're in the village of Goris right now, which is in the eastern part of Armenia. Right behind me you could see the pyramid-shaped caves. This area was inhabited by the Armenians until 100 years ago. So the people used to live in the caves, and almost 100 years ago they started coming down from the mountainside and building their homes. It is said that until today one cave is still being used by people to manufacture things like clay pots to sell to tourists. So right now we're in Karakhunch. This site here dates back to 6500 BC. And the reason they have these rocks here, it was an attempt to understand the universe, the solar system. So it's an observatory. It's lovely. So this is Hydravank Monastery. It's from the 7th century. And it sits right on the banks of Lake Sevan, which is right here. This is one of the highest altitude lakes in the world, and the only lake in modern day Armenia. And it's starting to rain. So we're on top of the peninsula in the middle of Lake Sevan. It's midsummer, but it's freezing up here. Right next to me is the 7th century monastery, Saravan Monastery. And from up here you have a beautiful view of the lake. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well worth the cold weather and rain. We're going up the mountain on the chairlift. It's the first time we've been on a chairlift in the summer. It's gorgeous. Just look behind me.